said in an executive privilege dispute between a current and past president, the sitting president prevails. The court gave the former president 14 days to file an appeal with the Supreme Court, during which the injunction to halt the transfer of documents will remain in place. In a 68-page opinion, the panel concluded that, quote, former President Trump has provided no basis for this court to override President Biden's judgment and the agreement and accommodations worked out between the political branches over these documents. It goes on to say both branches agree there is a unique legislative need for these documents and that they are directly relevant to the committee's inquiry into an attack on the legislative branch and its constitutional role in the peaceful transfer of power. The court also explained the relevancy, writing, quote, there is a direct linkage between the former president and the events of the day. On January 6, President Trump directed his followers to go to the Capitol and, quote, fight for their country with the aim of preventing Congress's certification of the electoral vote. So it's a long opinion, 68 pages, Joe, but to cut to the heart of it, President Trump has to turn over those docs. He can appeal to the Supreme Court within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's a long document, but Jonathan Lemire, also a very harsh document. When you look at what the court says, Donald Trump is absolutely skewered, and this claim of executive privilege just tossed aside with just utter contempt by unanimously by the three-judge panel for the D.C. Circuit. It's, you know, even though we know what the truth is, even though it's so obvious to anyone who wasn't in that bubble and who don't believe the lies and the conspiracy theories and the gaslighting, it still is quite striking when you read words like those written yesterday by the D.C. Circuit, just calling this what it was.
Yeah, words in there that directly put the blame at the former president's feet for his remarks at the Ellipse before that crowd went up Pennsylvania Avenue and stormed the Capitol. Now, the Trump, his team, his legal team, they have the right to appeal, and we'll see what the Supreme Court says. But were the January 6th committee to get their hands on these documents, I mean, it was just a treasure trove. Let's just think for a minute. If you work in the White House, everything is kept as a record, everything. All your emails are BCC'd to an archives count. They would have the ability to check emails. They would have the ability to look at phone records. We know that Trump himself, famously, never sent an email. He wouldn't do that. But people around him sure did, and they took contemporaneous notes as to the events of that day. They can see who was calling in and outside of the building. Now, again, we know Trump tried to get around the White House switchboard at a time when then Chief of Staff John Kelly tried to prevent his old New York friends from calling in. Trump would use his cell phone or would use the First Lady's cell phone to do so. But there are means to get those records, too, to find out exactly what he was doing that day and in the weeks before. It would be a tremendous get for the committee were they to get their hands on all these documents and show to the American people exactly what happened that day.
Well, yeah, and Willie, looking again a little bit closer at the D.C. Circuit's decision, they say lives were lost, blood was shed, portions of the Capitol building were badly damaged, and the lives of members of the House and the Senate and others who were working in that building were endangered. There is direct linkage between the former president and the events of that day. A harsh condemnation.
It was, and as you say, detailed, specific, and unanimous from this panel. So now we'll see what happens next with a possible appeal. But for now, Donald Trump has to turn over whatever documents he has. Meanwhile, new documents that were handed over to the Select Committee seem to show the options the Trump White House considered for overturning the 2020 election. It was part of a PowerPoint presentation included in documents former Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows handed over to the committee. A portion of the presentation was shared by Guardian reporter Hugo Lowell. It lists a series of recommendations. Among them, declare a national security emergency, claim foreign influence and control of electronic voting systems, and declare electronic voting in all states valid. Let's bring in former